welcome distinguished panelists to what promises to be an invigorating discourse on the illustrious career of Tom Hanks. Let's not dally on formalities. Tom Hanks, a figure whose versatility in cinema has scarcely been paralleled, and tonight we dissect that very journey.
Hanks, eh? A fine chap, no doubt. Transcending the comedic moorings of his early work to the dramatic heft he's known for today. Not every actor can navigate those waters.
Indeed, Humphrey. Yet it's the subtlety in his transition across genres that fascinates. Many attempt, few succeed. Hanks's career trajectory is a testament to a rare blend of instinct and intellect.
There's something to be said for the warmth he brings to his roles, don't you think? It draws you in, makes you feel like you're part of his story. Charisma, Marilyn, can't be taught. You have it or you don't. Hanks has it in spades, but don't mistake that for a lack of method. It's there, beneath the surface, shaping every character.
Charm and charisma, yes, but let's not overlook the man's skill. The ability to bring such authenticity to a role, comedic or dramatic, is no small feat. It's a craft, honed with diligence and a keen understanding of the human condition.
A compelling point, Cary. Hanks' adeptness at embodying such a wide array of characters does indeed speak to an underlying mastery. As the night unfolds, let us delve deeper into the essence of his craft, examining the pivotal moments and the roles that have etched his place in the annals of cinematic history. Let us dive headlong into the evolution of Tom Hanks from his comedic dawn to the dramatic zenith we now admire. Humphrey, you've walked the line between genres yourself. What's your take on Hanks' transition?
Transitioning from comedy to drama is not for the faint of heart. It's a battleground, and not every actor emerges victorious. Hanks, though, he's an anomaly. His early work had him pegged as the funny man, but there's a depth to his humor that presaged his dramatic triumphs. It's like he was laying down a challenge, not just to the audience, but to the very essence of acting itself.
Indeed, Tom's charm is undeniable in whatever role he graces, yet it's his foray into the dramatic that truly set him apart, a seamless transition, if there ever was one. But let us not underestimate the power of charm. It can be as potent in drama as in comedy, wouldn't you agree, Marlon?
Charm? Bah, it's a crutch for those who can't fully inhabit their roles. But Hanks, he's different. He uses his likability not as a crutch, but as a tool, a means of drawing the audience in before unveiling the complex depths of his characters. It's a method, whether he admits it or not.
A fascinating point. His choice to embrace complexity in characters. What drove that, I wonder? Is it evolution or revolution in his craft?
It's both, Katharine. An actor's journey is perpetual evolution. Yet every choice to delve into uncharted territory, a choice Hanks made repeatedly, is a revolution unto itself. His trajectory from comedic roles to profound dramas challenges the stereotype that actors remain in the niches they first occupy. Hanks shattered that mold.
And thank goodness he did. The industry doesn't need more typecast actors. It needs chameleons. Hanks is that chameleon, adept at comedy and drama alike, making each role uniquely his own. This isn't common. It's a rare skill.
Quite so. But let's not overlook the inherent risks in such transitions. Not every dramatic role was a fit for him, yet Hanks managed to select those that allowed his talents to shine, proving his discernment in role selection is as keen as his acting ability.
Risks? Sure, but it's in taking those risks that an actor proves his mettle. Hanks isn't just playing it safe within the confines of drama or comedy. He's pushing boundaries, testing limits. That's what real actors do.
Pushing boundaries entails a level of risk, a gamble on one's career. But as evidenced by Hanks, the payoff can redefine an actor's career and, by extension, the very fabric of cinema itself. His journey speaks not just to his versatility, but to the courage inherent in the art of acting. Let's discuss Tom Hanks' acting approach. Is it his natural charisma or method acting that makes him so compelling on screen?
Hanks, you see, he doesn't devour a role like some of us might. He's not tearing himself apart to find the character. It's not method acting, as I understand it. He lets the character come to him. It's more about the charisma, the charm.
Ah, but there's a craft to what Tom does. a subtlety that might be mistaken for mere charisma. True, he doesn't immerse himself in torment and transformation, but there's a method to his approach, a detailed crafting beneath the surface charm.
It's the charm, though, that disarms you. He walks into a room and the atmosphere changes. It's like he's the eye of a hurricane, calm and magnetic. That's not something you dredge up through method acting.
I must weigh in here. Marlon, while your point on charisma is well taken, I believe Tom's versatility hints at a profound understanding of his characters. It's not mere charm, it's intelligence and insight. His performances in dramas and comedies alike suggest a depth that goes beyond natural charisma.
Both of you seem to be circling the runway. Whether it's charisma or method, the crux is believability. Hanks makes you believe, irrespective of the spectrum he's operating on. He could be cracking a joke or breaking your heart, and you're sold, hook, line, and sinker. It's not just charm or method, it's skill.
Humphrey, precisely the point I intended to make. Skill, after all, can encompass both the innate and the learned. Hanks possesses that rare ability to transcend the method-charisma divide, making his style difficult to categorize, but easy to admire.
But don't you see? It's exactly this debate that makes his acting so fascinating. We're trying to dissect it when in fact it's simply Hanks being Hanks. There's no grand methodology, no secret sauce. It's his ability to be profoundly human that resonates. I think what we're all circling around is that Tom connects, whether through a deep dive into the psyche of his roles or his infectious charm, he reaches out and touches the audience. That's a rare gift.
Indeed, Marilyn, and it's that connection which cements a performance in the annals of cinematic history. Hanks has mastered this, be it through method or charisma, or perhaps a blend of both.
It appears our discussion reveals that Hanks' strength lies in his duality, between the studied art of acting and the inherent gift of presence. This chameleon-like ability is what sets him apart and keeps his performances eternally captivating. Let's dive into the cultural leviathan that is Forrest Gump. Marilyn, you've always had a knack for captivating audiences with your charm. Did you find a similar charm in Hanks's portrayal?
Absolutely, Katharine. There's a vulnerability and charm in Tom's Forrest that mirrors the quintessential American spirit. His performance is like a lighthouse, guiding the viewers through the tempest of emotions, reflecting the innocence and complexity of the character.
Yet I argue the charm might be the problem. The film, through Hanks's comforting portrayal, seduces us away from critiquing the very society it sets out to examine. It's clever, yet it betrays its own premise.
Humphrey, while your point is valid, we must acknowledge the storytelling prowess here. Hanks's character serves as a vessel to navigate through American history and culture. His portrayal is not just about the charm, but the innocence that questions the societal norms without prejudice.
But doesn't it feel a bit too polished? Forrest Gump, the character through Hanks's portrayal, sometimes feels like an oversimplification of complex issues. Sure, he brings a sweetness and vulnerability, but does it not gloss over the grimmer realities of the eras he lives through?
Marlon makes an interesting point. Nevertheless, Hanks's charisma is undeniable, serving the film by drawing in the viewer. It's a balancing act, and Hanks walks this tightrope with what appears to be effortless grace.
A debatable charm indeed. This tug-of-war between a disarming portrayal and the potential overshadowing of critical societal examination seems to center around Tom's performance. Humphrey, do you think this undermines the film's critique of society?
Absolutely, Katharine. While Hanks' portrayal is magnetic, it inadvertently softens the blow of critique. It's as if the film wants to have its cake and eat it too, offering a sanitized tour through history, all while safely ensconced in Forrest's likability.
Yet, isn't there something remarkably profound in how Hank's character, with all his simplicity, challenges our perceptions? He brings a warmth that encourages empathy, making the historical journey accessible. Isn't there merit in that approach?
Marilyn has a point. Forrest, embodied so fully by Hanks, becomes a mirror reflecting the errors and triumphs of the time. Hanks masterfully crafts a character that, despite, or perhaps because of, his naivete, makes us confront our own reflections. The charm is but a tool. The impact is in the reflection it engenders.
It's a double-edged sword. One man's charm is another's evasion. While Hank's portrayal invites us into Forrest's world, are we too charmed to question what we see? His performance, though brilliant, might just be too good, blinding us with its brilliance.
To conclude, whether one sees Hank's portrayal as a masterful charm that elevates the film or as a sugar-coated pill that dilutes its critique, it's undeniable that his performance has left an indelible mark on cinematic history.
Let's dive into the art of portraying real-life characters. Tom Hanks has an uncanny ability to bring complex figures to life, such as his roles in Catch Me If You Can and Apollo 13. What are the challenges and triumphs in this form of portrayal?
A portrayal of a living person, or one that lived, demands a profound understanding not only of the individual's life, but also of their essence. Hanks, in Apollo 13, for instance, captured Jim Lovell's leadership and perseverance without resorting to mere imitation. It's this grasp of the human spirit that sets apart mere performance from true characterization.
Absolutely, Laurence. Yet this challenge isn't without its pitfalls. One must navigate the fine line between representation and caricature. In Catch Me If You Can, Hanks shows restraint and understanding as Carl Hanratty, avoiding the trap of melodrama. It speaks to his skill in balancing the character's determined nature with a subtle vulnerability.
It's not just skill, it's about empathy, about seeing the world through their eyes. If you can't feel what they felt, you're just wearing a mask, not embodying a soul. Frank Abagnale Jr. isn't just a name to Hanks. He's a living, breathing person with fears, hopes, and dreams.
Yet, I wonder if this empathy can sometimes filter the harsher realities. These portrayals, as masterful as they are, do they not risk sanitizing the true struggles, the darker aspects of these real-life figures? It's a double-edged sword, this empathy.
I think empathy is what connects us to these characters, Humphrey. Yes, there's a risk of glossing over flaws, but Hanks's portrayals invite us to understand, not judge. His roles show that to portray someone truly, one must love them, warts and all. Doesn't it take a heart to reach a heart?
Precisely, Marilyn. Yet, Humphrey's point bears weight. The actor's love for the character must not blind them to flaws. It is in the balanced portrayal of virtues and vices that true humanity is captured. Hanks walks this tightrope with a grace few possess.
Indeed, it's a delicate balance that Tom Hanks navigates with remarkable skill. Whether through empathy, meticulous research, or a nuanced understanding of the human condition, he brings to the screen not mere characters, but living, breathing individuals with whom we can connect on a deeply personal level. His ability to portray real-life characters adds a rich layer to our understanding of both the figures he embodies and the stories they inhabit. Voice acting, an art as old as radio dramas, yet Tom Hanks brings it forward into our age with a character like Woody. What are your thoughts on this distinct form of performance?
When I think of Tom as Woody, it reminds me of the breath of life vocals give to animation. It's magical, really. In my time, I focused on the physicality of acting, but Tom, through voice alone, conveys warmth, depth. It's something else.
Indeed, there's a profound difference between embodying a character physically on the screen and lending one's voice to create a persona. It requires an immense understanding of vocal modulation. Hanks, as Woody, shows a mastery of this craft.
Let's not oversell it. It's voice acting, not King Lear. But what Tom does is not without its charm. He brings an everyman's appeal, a comfort that's hard to match, even if he's just a talking toy.
There's rebellion in animation, an attempt to break free from the physical constraints of traditional acting. Hanks captures this beautifully. The challenge isn't in the physicality, but in making people believe in a character you can't embody with your physical presence. That's real acting.
Seems to me there's a kind of purity in voice acting. No distractions, just the essence of performance. Hanks gets that. His Woody is proof that you don't need the trappings of Hollywood, the glitz, the glamour, to make something real, something that sticks with the audience.
So, would you say that voice acting demands a different set of skin-on-screen acting?
Absolutely. It's all in the voice. There's a sensuality, a connection you must forge without being seen. It's an intimate conversation between you and the listener.
Different, yes, but not lesser. The actor must visualize the scene, feel the character's emotions, and convey them through voice alone. It's a remarkable skill, akin to a painter with only one color to paint the entire scene.
And yet, in that limitation lies the art. Tom's portrayal of Woody shows that sometimes the voice can be as expressive, if not more so, than the entire body.
Voice acting strips away the facade. It's raw. You can't rely on your looks or staging. It's just your voice echoing in the dark, reaching out, touching souls. That's what Hanks does. He touches souls.
It's the essence of storytelling, isn't it? Before movies, we had radio. Before that, tales told around a fire. The voice is the original instrument of drama. Tom Hanks playing Woody is a reminder of that ancient tradition.
Let's cut to the heart of it. Philadelphia was a watershed moment for Hollywood's treatment of AIDS, was it not? This film, with Hanks at the helm, dared to confront a subject most shied away from.
Absolutely, it wasn't just a film, it was a statement. Before Philadelphia, AIDS was a topic wrapped in silence and prejudice. Hanks didn't just act, he embodied the struggle, the human behind the stigma. Like method acting, you don't just represent, you become.
And yet, the courage it took to take on that role at the time, I tip my hat to Hanks. But let's not forget the broader picture. Hollywood has a habit of patting itself on the back for these moments, claiming progressiveness. It was a start, but the battle didn't end with Philadelphia.
Indeed, the portrayal was seminal, but let us probe deeper into the narrative structure. It was the classical hero's journey reimagined for a modern tragedy. Yet, I wonder if the film's aesthetic choices softened its raw, unvarnished truth.
Darling, it's the vulnerability Hanks brought to the role that touched hearts. People saw their brother, their friend. It broke through walls. You know, there's bravery in showing such softness on screen. It's a beacon for those lost in the shadows of society's prejudice.
Charming and convincing as Hanks is, the film did its part in stirring conversation. But did we listen? Did we change? The true measure of a film's impact lies in its aftermath. The conversations it started were crucial, but was Hollywood genuinely moved to action, or was it merely another plot line?
Conversations, yes, but it's the action that counts. Hollywood's a mirror reflecting society's pretensions as much as its aspirations. Is one film enough? Never. It's a continuum. A relentless push like Brando in The Godfather, softly urging, influencing, sometimes without them even knowing it.
The Godfather, forceful but silent. I see the angle. But remember, it's not just about the silent push. It's the loud, uncomfortable conversations that Philadelphia forced into open rooms.
And so Hanks' portrayal becomes a fulcrum around which Hollywood and society pivot, albeit slowly, towards a more inclusive narrative. The discomfort it induced was necessary, as is often the case with change. Let's dive into Castaway, a film where Tom shoulders the weight of the narrative almost single-handedly. This demands a colossal amount from an actor. Thoughts?
Solo performance demands not just an understanding of the craft, but a symbiosis with it. Hanks, in this endeavor, has shown a mastery akin to a virtuoso playing a solo concerto. The solitary nature of his character's journey through despair, hope, and salvation becomes a canvas for what can only be termed as a brutally honest portrayal of human resilience.
But isn't there a risk in such performances of overacting? The stage, or the screen in this case, is all yours, and there's a thin line between commanding it and being indulgent.
Perhaps, yet in Tom's case, his restraint is palpable. His portrayal navigates through subtlety and nuance. Not everyone can hold a conversation with a volleyball and make it not only believable, but deeply moving.
The beauty of Hanks' performance lies in its everyman quality. He's not a superhero. He's approachable, vulnerable. That's why audiences connect. He embodies the ordinary man thrust into extraordinary circumstances, and he does so with such finesse, it's impossible not to be drawn in.
There's a grit to his performance. Stripped of all the trappings of civilization, it's just a man and his will to survive. It's raw, and it's real. It's a testament to Hanks' ability to strip down to the core of the character's psyche. Not every actor has the courage to be so exposed, metaphorically speaking.
There's also this incredible physical transformation he undergoes. It's not just an emotional journey, it's visceral. That kind of dedication to not only portray a character's psyche, but to embody his physicality so wholly, is rare.
True dedication to a role involves merging one's essence with the character. Hanks does so with a kind of eloquence that is both profound and touching.
It's all about the connection, isn't it? Between the actor and the character and the audience. Without it, you're just a man talking to a volleyball.
Precisely. And it's this connection that elevates Castaway from being merely a survival story to a meditation on human loneliness, resilience, and ultimately, redemption.
It demands an actor of Tom's caliber to walk that tightrope, to bring warmth, humanity, and relatability to a scenario far removed from most people's reality. His performance in Castaway is nothing short of exemplary.
Let's not forget, it's a performance that lingers. You don't forget Chuck Noland and his solitary ordeal. It haunts you. And that, I believe, is the hallmark of great acting.
Agreed. It stays with you, resonating long after the credits roll. It's a testimony to Hanks's ability to transcend the screen and touch the heart.
It's clear, then, the consensus is that through Castaway, Hanks not only showcases an immense range and depth, but redefines what it means to carry a film. Solo performances like these are rare gems that prove the power of cinema in exploring the human condition. Tom Hanks, through his dedication, versatility, and sheer talent, has indeed left an indelible mark on the film landscape. The historical canvas of cinema is vast, and into this, Tom Hanks has painted characters that bring the past vividly to life. Let's discuss his portrayal in Saving Private Ryan and Bridge of Spies, and the broader implications of his roles in depicting history.
Well, in Saving Private Ryan, Hanks delivered an everyman solider, one steeped in the brutal reality of war, yet not without the common decency that makes us human. His Captain Miller is a beacon of humanity amidst the cacophony of battle.
Humanity? I'd argue his portrayal goes beyond mere humanity. It delves into the psyche of leadership under duress. War films, Saving Private Ryan included, tread a fine line between glorifying conflict and honoring sacrifice. Hanks walks that line deftly, embodying the moral ambiguities of war.
And let's not overlook Bridge of Spies, a tour de force of subtlety. As James Donovan, Hanks demonstrates the fortitude of diplomacy against the backdrop of Cold War tensions. Through him, Spielberg communicates the power of negotiation over conflict, a lesson much needed then and now.
Yeah, subtlety's great, but doesn't it all come a bit too polished? These historical narratives, they sanitize the mess, the muck of real events. Hanks is superb, no doubt, but the sheen of Hollywood, it sometimes dims the harsh realities these stories intend to spotlight.
Perhaps, Marlon, but isn't the role of cinema, especially historical cinema, to find a balance? To educate and entertain without drowning the audience in despair? Hanks captures the essence of these real-life figures without dragging us into the abyss of their toughest choices.
There's something to be said, though, for the emotional truth he brings to these roles. Whether it's the quiet resolve of Apollo 13 or the raw leadership in Saving Private Ryan, Hanks connects us to the past, not just as a history lesson, but as a reflection of our collective humanity.
Collective humanity, sure, but let's not gloss over the individual decisions, the personal sacrifices made by those he portrays. It's in these individual moments that Hanks truly shines, echoing the broader historical impact through intensely personal performances.
Indeed, his capacity to humanize larger-than-life figures, to delve into their complexities without judgment, that in itself is a testament to his ability not just as an actor, but as a storyteller.
Well said, everyone. Hanks, much like a skilled painter, uses his roles to bring color, depth, and emotion to the canvas of history, inviting viewers to reflect not only on the past, but on the lessons it offers for the present. And through his work, we're reminded of the power of film to shape our understanding of history, humanity, and ourselves. The essence of acting lies in the symbiotic relationship between actor and director, a nuanced dance of trust and creativity. Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg exemplify this partnership at its zenith. Thoughts?
Spielberg, much like a conductor to an orchestra, draws out the finest nuances in Hanks, each collaboration a testament to their mutual respect and understanding. It's Shakespearean in its depth. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
It's all about control, isn't it? Spielberg knows how to steer, but Hanks isn't just some puppet. He brings his own fire. It's like Brando and Kazan, a seesaw of power and submission. But don't be fooled. It's Hanks' authenticity that makes those films resonate. It's raw, not some rehearsed charade.
Indeed, the camaraderie they share is palpable. But let's not downplay the sheer talent of Hanks. With Spielberg, yes, he thrives, but his brilliance is his own. Spielberg merely uncovers the layers, much as a diamond cutter reveals brilliance from rough stone.
Partnership, collaboration. Words, what mattered was what they made audiences feel. Did they believe it? Did it stir them? Spielberg and Hanks, they've got that down, but it's not all sunshine and roses. Sometimes a director needs to pull, and an actor needs to push back. That's the real dance.
Their relationship, it's almost poetic. Spielberg crafts these vast emotional landscapes, and Hanks, he just walks into them, fills them with life. Each movie is like a love letter they write together to the audience. It's beautiful, their connection. But oh, it must be exhausting wearing your heart on your sleeve for every role, don't you think?
Exhausting, perhaps. But is it not the duty of an actor to bear the soul for art's sake? Spielberg and Hanks, they do not simply make films. They craft experiences. Worlds within worlds where every glance, every gesture is laden with meaning.
The duty of an actor is to be truthful. And if the truth is exhausting, so be it. Hanks doesn't shy away from that. Neither does Spielberg. But let's not get too lofty here. It's work. Hard work. The magic's in the grind, in the conflict, the disagreement. That's where the real art happens.
Hard work it may be, but their partnership transcends mere labor. It's akin to alchemy, transforming the mundane into cinematic gold. It's not just about what's on the script. It's about understanding, about shared vision. That's where Hanks and Spielberg excel.
Look, at the end of the day, it's results that matter. Awards, accolades, box office numbers. That's how the world judges these things. Spielberg and Hanks deliver, but let's not forget, it's a business. They're selling stories, and we're buying. The rest is just dressing.
True, it's a business, but what they sell is dreams, emotions, pieces of themselves. It's not just a transaction, it's an exchange of souls, don't you think? Spielberg's vision, Hanks's humanity. It's a rare blend that touches hearts. Isn't that worth celebrating?
And so we find ourselves debating the essence of collaboration in art. It's clear that the Spielberg-Hanks partnership, fraught with both tension and harmony, reflects the complex nature of creative pursuits. As actors and directors, they remind us that cinema at its best is a dialogue not just between two artists, but with the audience itself. What we're diving into now, everyone, is how Tom Hanks has built a legacy that not only shapes but also elevates modern cinematic narratives. His influence on contemporary actors and the roles they choose is undeniable. Let's peel back the layers on this.
Hanks isn't an actor, he's a chameleon. Remember, a true actor vanishes into his roles, a concept I've lived by. Hanks doesn't just play a character, he becomes the story he tells. It's that dedication, that urge to disappear into the role, that influences the novices.
While I do admire Hanks' commitment, let's not forget the suave touch he adds to his roles. It's that blend of everyman appeal and exceptional talent. He's like a bridge between the golden age of Hollywood and the eclectic modern era. Actors today could learn a thing or two about maintaining that class.
Mastery of one's craft is paramount. Hanks' dedication to authenticity, especially in historical narratives, sets a standard for how roles should be approached with respect and diligence. His performances in Saving Private Ryan and Bridge of Spies aren't just acts, they're acts of remembrance.
But let's not gloss over the importance of choosing the right roles. Hanks has an eye for scripts that matter, roles that have weight. That discernment is what sets a true legacy apart in this industry. It's not just about acting well, it's about choosing wisely which story you want to tell.
And he does all this with such humanity and warmth. It's like he invites the audience into his world, making them feel right at home. That kind of allure, it's rare. It's not just about the stories he tells, but how he tells them. It encourages actors to not just seek roles, but to seek connection.
It seems the consensus here is that Tom Hanks has crafted a legacy that transcends basic acting prowess. He serves as a beacon for not only the kind of roles actors should aspire to, but also the kind of impact they should aim to have through their work.
Precisely. In a world saturated with fleeting trends, Hanks has remained a North Star. It's a testament to the power of integrity in this art form. Actors don't just mimic life, they illuminate it. Hanks does this, and in doing so, he challenges others to follow suit.
Indeed, his philanthropy and integrity off-screen also play a significant role in shaping public perception. A true gentleman, both in real and real life. It's an aspect of legacy that's often overlooked, but is tremendously powerful.
Engagement with the craft is evident in every role Hanks chooses. Actors today must look beyond the character and see the broader narrative, the greater impact. Hanks exemplifies this approach to acting.
And let's not forget, legacy is also about the memories we leave behind. In Philadelphia or Forrest Gump, Hanks didn't just act. He left imprints on hearts, created moments that stay with audiences forever. That's the real legacy.
It's that emotional resonance, the stories that linger long after the credits roll. Tom Hanks has gifted us with countless such tales, encouraging a legacy not of fame, but of feelings, of genuine connections. It's the most beautiful legacy one could hope for.
In essence, Hanks hasn't just influenced modern cinematic narratives through his acting. He's redefined what it means to be an actor, an artist, and most importantly, a storyteller. His legacy is a holistic one encompassing the resilience, diversity, and depth of character that defines truly timeless cinema. Well, we've reached the finale of our discussion on Tom Hanks. I invite each one of you to share your final thoughts on his indelible impact on the world of acting and cinema. Humphrey, do let us hear your piece first.
Hanks doesn't just act. He embodies every nuance of humanity in his roles. Walking through his catalog is like a tour through the very soul of America itself. He's not just an actor. He's a mirror, reflecting the complexities of the human condition. His roles in films like The Green Mile and Cast Away showcase not just his talent, but the profound truth that to act is to live 1,000 lives, and Hanks lives them all with a sincerity that's all too rare in this business.
I must interject, though. Tom's brilliance, it transcends the American narrative. His charm, his wit, it's universally understood and appreciated. In Catch Me If You Can, he displayed a kind of delightful cunning, a testament to the versatility we've come to associate with great performers. His ability to oscillate between drama and comedy with such ease is a rare gift. He confirms time and again that the essence of acting is the believable conveyance of emotion, irrespective of genre.
Indeed, Cary, but let us not overlook the technical mastery of his craft. Hanks approaches each role with a meticulous dedication that reminds me somewhat of Olivier, me. The subtlety of his performance in Bridge of Spies illustrates an understanding of the medium that few possess. His evolution as an actor speaks to a broader narrative within cinema, where depth of character and narrative integrity become paramount. Hanks is not just an actor, he's a storyteller.
You glorify his technical skill, Laurence, but what about the raw emotion, the unmistakable humanity he brings to every character? That's not just the result of technical prowess. That's his soul speaking. In Philadelphia, he wasn't just acting. He was living, breathing every moment of anguish, every shred of hope. That's where Hanks transcends acting. He becomes the conduit for a greater understanding of ourselves and the world around us. His performances are not just seen, they're felt. And what about the magic he brings to voice acting? In Toy Story, he gave us Woody, a character as beloved as any live-action role. That warmth, that depth, it's a testament to his versatility. Not merely content with being one of the greatest on-screen actors, Hanks also dominates the voice acting sphere, making us fall in love with a toy cowboy. It's this ability to imbue every role, voiced or acted, with heart that sets him apart.
Voices in animated features can often feel devoid of nuance, but Hanks...
Indeed, Humphrey, but let's allow for final thoughts to be shared. We've traversed the landscape of Hanks's career, noting not only his exceptional talent, but also the ineffable quality that makes his performances resonate so deeply with audiences worldwide. His legacy is not merely one of accolades, but of the profound impact he's had on the fabric of cinema and beyond. As we close, let's remember that while we've explored the artistry of Tom Hanks, the true measure of his gift is the countless ways in which his work continues to inspire, entertain, and move us. Thank you, colleagues, for this illuminating discourse. Hanks' journey in the realm of cinema is not just a testament to his extraordinary capabilities, but to the power of storytelling itself.